This is your captain speaking. We're now passing over the Grand Canyon right now, which you'll see out the left side window. Don't mind us being kind of paused in the middle of the air. We'll be here for a couple of hours, currently because my PC is on fire. Because we really are in Arizona. Our first story this week pertains to NVIDIA, and it's somewhat to a follow-up on the RTX 30 series leak we talked about in the last episode of Past Assault. The first bit is how much of an absolute unit the alleged RTX 3090 will be. New photos claiming to depict the card have surfaced, and show a ridiculous chonker of a unit. To give you an idea, the card will be triple wide. Typically, flagship cards have only been double wide, but with such a massive heatsink, NVIDIA evidently saw it to fit to give the card more space. Just damn. Powering this behemoth will be a new 12-pin power connector, another departure from standards. While the 12-pin connector was long rumored for some of the RTX 30 cards, the famed power supply company Seasonic has confirmed the 12-pin connector does in fact exist. On Bilibili, essentially Chinese YouTube, Seasonic showed off a new connector with an adapter that will fit to an existing power supplies. And of course, it will go to the new RTX 30 cards. With all this being said, the new power connector, the beast of a cooler, and the supposed spec leaks we covered last week, there is no doubt that the RTX 30 cards will be hot and heavy, supposedly running at 350 watts TDP. For reference, the RTX 2080 Super has a 250 watt TDP. But again, while these are more evidential leaks than usual, they're still leaks, so take them with any size grain of salt that you wish. It will know things officially on September 1st at NVIDIA's event. Next up is some good old supply and demand from Economics 101. DRAMeXchange, the site known for tracking fab manufacturing of, well, DRAM and such, is reporting that there will be soon an oversupply of market of SSDs and DRAM, reporting that manufacturers ramped up production on both SSDs and RAM amid coronavirus fears. Basically, manufacturers kept up the production as normal as possible despite the pandemic, but other companies didn't buy as much as normal, as they restricted their supply of products amidst the pandemic. This creates the effect of more supply and less demand. If we pull out the trusty supply and demand curve from Economics 101, the supply curve shifts right, representing more supply of the product, and the demand curve shifts left, representing the demand of the consumers. Both of these shifts have effect on lowering the price, which honestly is good news for consumers. Obviously, this means prices for SSDs and RAM will decrease, which is a welcome change as these been somewhat overpriced since around 2018, and flooding in Southeast Asia reduced the manufacturing capacity of several fabs in the region. Now might not be the worst time to start at least planning a new build, or maybe pick up some upgrades for your current one. Taylor said he'll probably take advantage of this and get a faster RAM kit and a couple of M.2s while he's at it. Now let's talk about Team Blue, that is Intel, who's making a different kind of money move than its peers. Intel on Thursday announced a $10 billion share buyback program. This move seems almost entirely planned to inflate the declined share prices, as they fell last month when Intel announced their 7nm was another year behind than they even originally delayed it to. So when you're having essentially R&D issues, clearly the move is to dump money into increasing your share prices and say, more R&D? While the cynical view is certainly one valid way of thinking of it, the other side of the coin is that being able to show performing stocks, as well as stock repair capabilities, is more attractive to potential investors. If more investors do what they do and invest, Intel will subsequently have more cash to, well, hopefully dump into R&D. Again, Intel is nowhere near bankrupt or anything like that, and this is perhaps the first step in attempting to right the listing ship. Finally, let's talk about Microsoft Flight Simulator, the latest iteration released Tuesday, and it's absolutely insane. The technology packed in there is seriously next level. I could honestly talk for at least an hour about all of that. But it's no secret that it's quite difficult to run, even on the latest greatest PC gaming hardware. Seriously, 1080p 30 FPS on ultra setting is crapshoot on a 2080 Super. So yes, it is the next Crysis. But of course this will mature with newer and newer technology over the years. And according to John Petty Research, Microsoft's latest flight simulator will generate around $2.6 billion in sales of PC hardware over the next 3 years. The research firm notes that this won't just be literal PC computing hardware like GPUs, but everything from controllers, track IRs, and flight sticks. This increased demand could also lead to better and better hardware, so no complaints here. So if you've also caught the flight sim bug like Taylor definitely has, who was actually writing the script for this video while flying from Phoenix to Santa Barbara in-game, there's no doubt that you'll be part of this revenue figure. And with that, that's going to do it for this week's tech-related Salt. Make sure to like the video, subscribe for more tech content, and hit that notification bell. Follow us on Twitter at tech_for_thought. And if video games are more of your thing, check out our affiliate, cultureofgaming.com, for all of our latest gaming news, reviews, and opinion pieces. See you next time.